brand new tutorial on Python. So today we are going to learn about Python. And what is Python? Why Python? Now first let's download Python. So I have this python.org site open over here, and from here we can download the latest version of Python, and then we need an editor for editing this Python, means to write code and run them. So we use an editor or an IDE called PyCharm, which is the best for Python. IDE means nothing else but intellectual development environment. So I use the community edition. You can use professional. I use community. It's an open source and is free. So now let's go to the next thing. So now as I downloaded and installed Python already, I have a project created over here, YT project. So I'm just gonna open this thing. So we have our project open over here. You will see something like this when you open your PyCharm editor. So I'm just closing everything. Yeah. So now we need to create a new file. Just right click on this YT projects, and then you will get some new. Then just hit Python file. You will be able, just name it something. So now I can type some code in it. So first let's start with the comments part. So if you want to write some basic, means some instructions for yourself, you can just use this comments. If you want to type a comment in Python, just type hash and then you can type anything. Print something or blah blah blah, something else. Okay. So now let's start by printing some words. So I want to print something in Python. So I can use the print function which is in Python. So now we have to hit print, then okay, the brackets, then you have to insert double quotes in it so as to, means, see, if you want to type a string in it, then you have to insert double quotes or single quotes. Else if you want to type an integer, then without quotes you can type. We can type integers including quotes, but when you type it, so this integer thing will become a string, so you can't add 13 plus some other integer. So let's just start with hello world. So I want to print it. Just right click on this tab and then run testing. There you go, you get your new hello world over here. So now let's just now close this thing, and then, so now we can print integers, variables. I guess you know what variables. By the way, still let me explain it. Okay. Oops. I just played this thing. Okay. So there are something called integers. So if you want some x variable to be a number 5 and then a y variable to be a number 10, 12 or whatever it is, okay. So then we can just print them by the print statement. So for now you will be having a question, shall we add double quotes or not? So you can just write it without the quotes because it's a variable. If you write with the quotes, it says y and it will not print the thing that is inside the variable. So let's print y. I use the shortcut Shift F10. You can use whatever you want to run this file. So I get 12 that is stored in a variable y. So suppose we can say we can add strings and some variables using this plus. So I can say his age is y. So y is nothing but 12. So you will get, oops, oh, okay. So this is an int, where string. So we can't add 12. So let's make this 12 a string. Can make it string like this. Make 12 string like that, or yeah. So we can make a string by inserting double quotes for that 12, or else you can just stringify this thing. Oops, string str brackets y. Yeah, so now we'll not get this error. Yeah, see that his age is 12. So now if we want to print some multi-line statements or some stories or whatever we want to write, we can write it like this. His name is Bob, full stop, oops, and he is, let's add y, or directly 12 e, oops, sorry, years old. So if we want to print this, we'll get it multi-line. See, you can see here. Or else if you can write it in a single line, and then if you want to get this thing, he is 12 years old, in a new line, then we can use some special characters like /n, which stands for new line. See, the same code. We can now, if we want to insert slash and slash, then means if we want one slash, you can't just insert it. So we'll add double slash so that you get a slash. So now we can add some numbers. Let's do some addition. So for suppose if we want x plus y value minus x and into y, and just write the statement over here directly. So now it does some calculations and we get minus 43. So minus 5 into 12 is nothing but 60, and 60 minus 60. So 5 plus 12 is 17, 17 minus 60 is nothing but minus 43. So you get the answer correctly. Now if we want to print some suppose if you are writing a story and you want Bob as the character's name or something, you can just add name variable. So now we have some rules for this variables. We can start a variable name with 1, 2, 3, 4 with the numbers, and we can not also start the name with some characters like dot, this thing like that. You can use numbers after a string, means a letter. Okay, you can declare something n1 or name underscore 1, that would be okay. So let's give this name Bob, then a second character name 2, oops, name 1, yeah, then we can give his name as Kevin. Okay, so we can give some names like this, and just if we want to print Bob, we can use name 1 Bob plus is the friend of name 2, right? Then we can add a comma, then we can say name score 1 and name underscore 2. Oops, I did not add a plus. So these red lines are nothing but they are showing the error before we compile something. So now let's add some plus. Okay, I'm just adding a full stop or plus just, and so we get the output as oops, let me add some spaces. And that, oh yeah, yeah. So you get something like this. So this is the end of the tutorial, guys. Let's meet in the next tutorial. Stay up to tune and just share, like and subscribe this channel. Bye bye.